Well, it's like the old saying goes, what's done in the dark eventually comes out into the light. Eventually, the guilty party will show themselves. Now, however, y'all know how I do. In a case like this, in a situation like this, I like to give both sides their opportunity to say their piece because I always believe that there's three sides to every story: first party, second party, and then the truth. And we finna get into it, y'all. But first, y'all know how we do. Intro. Yo, it's me, your boy, JJV. What is good, Great White Gang? What is good, Creek Squad fam? It is your boy, Jason JV, saying welcome to another review. Because, yes, I did give this a once over. And apologies in advance. You're probably going to hear me cough still. Because I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice. But, yeah, I'm still very much congested. I still got the nasal congestion going on. The chest congestion is clearing up a little bit, which is good. So yeah, for the most part, I am feeling a little bit better, but apologies in advance because you're probably gonna hear me cough some. You're probably gonna hear me clear my throat as we progress. So yeah, just giving y'all that fair warning, that heads up. Now, see, there we go already. A.k.a. finally responded 12 days after uh, Church made his video addressing him as far as some things that Church found out about A.k.a. Apparently, A.k.a. says some things that Church has on record, and also A.k.a. Allegedly, because we don't know for sure. Um, Allegedly made some diss tracks on Church that were never released. So, give me 1 second. Been drinking a lot of lemon water, man. That really helps. But anyway, and I did give this video a once over and noticed that, there's some things that A.k.a. Failed to address, failed to mention. But anyway, let's go ahead and just get right into it, and I'll break it down for y'all, and I'll give you my takes on everything that A.k.a. says in this video as we progress. So without further ado, y'all, I don't know about liking the hear go, but we gonna hear.
All right, one take from the gut.
Now, I know some people, before we really get into it, some people are going to complain, be like, why did it take this man 12 days, to respond? Well, here's the thing. Adam, to be fair, and here's the thing, too. I'm going to try to be as fair, as unbiased, and objective as possible. But the thing is, we got to understand is that, see, Adam is a different man than he was prior to him having his daughter. You know what I mean? He's a father now. You know what I mean? He's always had Taman in his life. You know what I'm saying? But now he's an older man and he has a little girl now in his life. And ask any father, anyone who's a father, when you have that kid, right? You see that little bundle of miracle for the first time that is yours, that you created. It changes you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a father yet. Hopefully, sometime in the not so distant future, that changes. You know what I'm saying? Because I would love to be a father someday. I'm just saying. But yeah, they say that once you become a father, once you become a father, it changes you. It makes you look at life differently, and you tend to be more cautious when approaching certain situations. So, and plus, A.k.a.'s going to get into why he didn't respond to right away. So I'm gonna go ahead and let my man say his piece. So let's go.
My friend Ryan made a video about me, saying what he thought and how he felt about me, and it wasn't great.
You don't say.
So I had to sit back and think, what the fuck have I done to this dude?
Okay. Now here's the part that bugs me. He just asked, "What did I do to this guy that made him want to put out these videos about me?" Ryan addressed what you've done. He, according to him, he said he has you on record talking shit and not just you, but other dudes in your clique apparently talking about getting rid of him. He addressed these things. And also the diss tracks that were allegedly made against him that you never released. So already, dodging the things that you're being accused of, that's not a good look, hey Cal. I'm trying to give you a break here. I'm trying to give you a chance, man, but you're kind of blowing it already. I hate to break it to you, but anyway.
Could I have said something or done something that made him feel this way?
I will go with the former on that one.
Yeah, probably.
No, not probably. Again, got you recorded, so definitely. See, here's the thing, Adam. If you just come out and admit to the things that he addressed that you did, I would still respect you more. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, just be honest up front. Did you say some things about church? You know what I mean? That were negative. Did you do the diss tracks? Regardless if you did these things or not, like I said, if you're out front and address these things, I would respect you more. Man to man. I'm just saying. Anyway.
And I know that he's said some things that probably make me feel the same way. But that's not what this is. I'm not going to go back and forth. And I don't want to do this shit on the internet. I'd rather just talk about it, but that ain't happening. So this is how I have to communicate.
So here's a little detail that I feel some people have missed because, like I said, I did see some reactors react to this. All due respect to those reactors because they're like saying, "Oh, why didn't Adam call church or pull up to his house?" Well, we'll get into that and just we'll get into why he about him pulling up to church's house in a bit. But as far as calling church, I mean, put yourself in church's shoes. Church just found out about these things that Adam has done. You know what I mean? Whether it's speaking ill of him, talking about, getting rid of him, and the diss tracks and everything. And think about it. If you just found out that your friend, your brother, did these things to you, would you want to speak to them? Especially while the wounds are still fresh? I know I wouldn't. I would at least want to give it some time and, think things through. And especially because of all the things Church has going on. I believe Church is gearing up for a tour to promote Blue Jeans 2. And then Church himself is about to become a father. Congratulations to Church, by the way. The proud father to be. So, Church has got some things, some priorities that he needs to focus on. And I'm sure this right here is not one of those priorities. I mean, I'm just saying. Not saying that Church is too good or anything like that. It's just, I think what you need to do in a situation like this, do some time. Just give him time. Let him do his thing. Let him focus on himself. Do his thing, and hopefully, two of them can reconvene and hopefully reconcile their differences. Do I want to see Adam and Church be at odds with each other? No, of course not. Because Adam and Church, let's face it, man, they're like peanut butter and jelly, man. They just work so well together. You know what I mean? Look at all the classic content that they put out, whether it's those funny vlog videos, especially like the Whoa Vicky video. Then look at, of course, the music they put out together. The Hooligans album. Excuse me. and what have you. They're Bert and Ernie, basically, man. They're Batman and Robin. You just can't have one without the other. You know what I mean? Because again, they just work so well together. But anyway,
I'll just get right to the shit. Brother, I love you, and
okay, I do appreciate the fact that he at least looked at the camera when he told Church he loved him. So, all right, I'll give you that much.
I can't be scared of you or whatever you might say about me on the internet. I think a lot of people get scared and they're like, oh shit, if Ryan says something about me, that's gonna end my career, and people are gonna talk shit about me. So fuck my career, fuck all that shit, fuck that.
Okay, I have mixed feelings about this part of the statement here. Talking about, oh, I can't be scared of you, you know, and what, you know, okay. Because that, to me, came off a little bit combative. I mean, let's be fair, y'all. That came off a little combative, and the last thing you want to be is combative. You want to be confrontational. So I think that was not a wise choice of words there. Talking about, oh, that you can't be afraid of him, that you can't be worried about what else he might say about you and whatever. I do appreciate the fact that your career is the last thing that you are worried about right now, or so you say. Although, I hate to say it, but I feel like part of this could be damage control. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it could be. I think it's kind of a knee-jerk reaction, you know what I'm saying, making this video. But I also feel like it's good at the same time, however, that Adam is at least addressing the situation. Although, again, he's dancing around and dodging, you know, the things that church has said that he's done. Again, you know, dude, address the shit talking, address the diss tracks. Did you do it? Did you not? You know what I mean? But anyway, let's go.
Internet.
Oh, let me wind this back some.
And, you know, people are going to talk shit about me. So fuck my career. Fuck all that shit. Fuck the internet.
And even though you're doing this on the internet. But, again, to be fair, maybe Adam had no other way of getting a hold of church. Because, again, you got to understand, the situation is still fresh. Church probably doesn't want to speak to Adam right now. Totally understandable. So, it's who are us, you know, to say, you know, for those of us who are sitting on the sidelines warming up a bench, who are we to say if Adam called church or not? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But I'm assuming, at the risk of making an ass out of myself, I'm assuming Adam did try to call church. Church didn't want to talk to him, so he didn't answer. So therefore, Adam probably didn't have no other choice but to make a video, which I guess it's better than not at least trying to do something at all. But so anyway, let's go.
I know you in real life, dog, and
this is true. They do know each other behind the scenes. Like I said, they're close. Adam referred to church as his brother.
if you were not, wherever we were in the world, and if we hated each other, if you called me and said, yo, I need you, I would fly through a shit storm. I would drive through hell to be there to try to help.
And church did confirm that Adam drove through a snowstorm to talk to him. Although, again, going based off of church's word, the conversation between Adam and church was about the whole church and Tom beef that Adam was trying to get squashed and everything. But again, who knows what else that they may have discussed in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? The only ones who know what happened in that conversation are Adam and church. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
And I know you got to know that. And then you said you got dirt on me and everyone else. And I ain't trying to call your bluff. But join the fucking club.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is basically a confession. Because he said basically straight up that church is not the only one who's got dirt on him. There's other people who got dirt on Adam. Which is not a good look, my guy. That's not good.
Join the club, brother. You ain't got to dig very deep to find dirt on anybody.
And now I haven't been following these guys for too long, but I did hear a story. I forgot who said it, man, because I wanted to give the person credit. But I guess there was an incident. This was early on in their career, and I think this is what led to the whole beef between Adam and Hosier. But speaking of Hosier, I guess Adam and Hosier, they were on stage at a live show one time, and Hosier said some shit about church. And a.k.a. was up there on stage with him, and I guess church thought then that Adam betrayed him then. So Adam had to go and have a conversation with church, let him know, like, hey, I didn't know Hosier was going to do that. I wasn't part of that whole deal. He didn't tell me he was going to do that and whatnot, and they settled things then. So I'm just saying, it's not the first time Adam has messed up. You know what I'm saying? But obviously it wasn't the last time either. But anyway.
We've made mistakes. We are not innocent. We are far from saints. But I don't believe that we are bad men. And I'm talking about me and you. I don't believe we are bad men. You called me a shitty person in that video. That actually hurt me.
Well, again, because you're not addressing the things that he pointed out. You said some shit, dude. According to church, you said some shit. And supposedly you made some diss tracks. Okay? If you're going to come out here, and here's another thing too. You said you wanted church to air you out. Church shouldn't have to air these things out. Here you are making a video, coming out, say your piece, but yet you're not addressing the things he pointed out. I feel like this video right here, it's a missed opportunity. You're not really saying much. You're not really saying a whole lot. It's so far as a missed opportunity here.
I'm not a shitty person.
Adam, please don't do that. Please don't do that. You're better than that. If you gotta tell somebody you're not an asshole, you're not a shitty person, that you are a good person, and all this and that, it's not the opposition you're trying to convince. It's not, in this case, the audience you're trying to convince. It's yourself you're trying to convince at the end of the day. All right? I'm just saying. Anyway.
And I'm not going to be another casualty on your YouTube channel. That can't be my fate.
See, and again, we're getting combative again, dog. And it's a conflict there, and it's a bit of a contradiction because on one hand you're saying you're not worried about your career, but then on the other hand you're saying, well, I'm not going to be a casualty. I'm not going to, be a victim like the many who came before, the many who screwed you over and whatnot. You kind of don't get to decide that. The listener decides that, because the listener is the one with the ability to make and or break you. Okay? But again, you were saying earlier you don't care about your career, but now when you say things like I can't be a casualty or a victim from your words and all this and that, you're kind of trying to save your career there. So you know what I mean? Like, it sounds a bit contradicting, my man. I'm just saying, you had 12 days to think about this. I'm just saying.
Me and you, we have done more good than bad.
Not wrong. I will agree with that.
In our lives and in our careers. And then, sorry, I looked at the time. I want to try to keep this short. People are talking shit in the comments and shit.
Welcome to the internet.
Because I left a comment on that video. I don't know if you could see that. It says 11 days ago. I don't know if you could see it, but whatever. It says 11 days ago. People are like, oh, he deleted the comment. He know he fucked up. No. What? Like, I had no other way of communication, so I left that comment because in the part of the video where
So he said he had no other way of communication, but I noticed he's not looking at the camera when he said that. So I don't know. See, again, I'm conflicted on this. Part of me really wants to believe it, but part of me is having difficulty in believing it because you're not looking at the camera when you say certain things, especially the part where you kept saying that, oh, communication with him is not happening. Did you try calling the man? Did you know what I mean? Did you? And I know you guys got connections that link you to each other. So did you try, communicating through connections? I mean, there's more than one way to get a hold of somebody. I'm just saying, but that is, but again, I don't know if he's exercised all or exhausted all resources in order to get in touch with church. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's easy to say on the sidelines. You know what I mean? That he probably didn't do these things. You know what I'm saying? But again, who are we to say? We don't know. We weren't there. We weren't present. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Ryan was talking about, oh, and these people want to act like they're tough or be violent. And this isn't exact wording. It's just like that in prison and showing up to my gate and stuff. I'm like, oh, he's got to be talking to me. And then I'm looking at the comments and people are saying it's this about Adam. So I left a comment. I said, a lot of people think this is about me. Here's what I'll say. Hey, dog, air me out. Empty the mag. Get everything about me out there. Fuck it. At the end of the day, like I always say, brother, I'll always be there if you need me. I feel like I've always owed you that. Send that bitch, church. And I'm saying, if I've really done you that wrong, if I've done you that fucking dirty, then air me out. And at least I have the chance to apologize. And I hope.
Well, he kind of did. He says he has you recorded. You and a few other people recorded saying some things about him. And he also said that you made some diss tracks. And you have yet to address these things. You see, I got to look at it from both sides, Adam. You know what I mean? And right now, with this video that you've made, it's not looking good for you. I gotta be honest. I gotta be fair. I gotta be straight up. I gotta look at it from both points of view. I'm trying to give you a fair chance here, man, but you're making it really hard. You're making it really, really difficult, man. Anyway.
That if you've done anything wrong to me, you could apologize to me.
Now, to a degree, I can agree with this point that he made. Sometimes you tend to get, comfortable with somebody and you tend to say things and do things that you may not think is harmful to the person that you're cool with. You know what I mean? And unless the person actually says, hey, I don't like the way you did this or said that, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, how can you possibly apologize when there's no communication? You know what I mean? But again, that depends on the situation. But see, that philosophy doesn't work in a situation like this because again, church addressed the issues he has with you, and you have yet to address these issues.
And as men, I feel like, yeah, we could do that. Like, this shit's not that out of control.
Okay, so apologize for the shit talking that he has recorded. And come clean on the diss tracks. Did you make the diss tracks? And if you did, apologize for the diss tracks. Like a man, right? As a man, right?
And I know people have fucked you over. And I know some of those people deserve whatever they got coming to them. But I ain't one of those motherfuckers. I ain't stole from you. I ain't fucked with your family.
Now, I can give him that much, but still, dude, wrong is wrong, and church address the wrongs you've done.
I never took nothing from you, like discredited what you've done.
That is true. He has given church his flowers. He has given church, credit for him having a career.
I ain't a piece of shit.
Again, Adam, don't do that. Don't try to, hype yourself up. Don't try to, up yourself, dude. Because again, it's yourself you're trying to convince here, not your opposition or your audience. Now, look. Again, I'll give Adam some credit here. He hasn't really acted out of anger. He hasn't been wilding out. This is definitely a man who has done some growing. He's done some maturing. He is, thinking before acting and everything. So I'll give him some of that credit. You know what I mean? But like I said, I can only give him so much credit, though. That's the thing.
And people that know me know that. I believe you know that. It's a hard job, what we do, what me and you do. A lot of people want to see us fail. Some people want to see us tear each other down on the internet. I think more people want to see us stand shoulder to shoulder.
And I'll say this, man, because I know I'm going to get comments in my thread. I've been getting them already in regards to this. People trying to make excuses for what Adam did, saying, oh, Adam is the man, his music far superior and all this and that, you know what I mean? Church is the bad guy and all this, Church deserve what he gets and everything as far as people betraying him. And to those people I say, man, you must have the worst life ever. You know what I'm saying? For you to take time out of your life, you know what I mean, to type stuff like that out, man, because, I mean, because here's the thing, man. I mean, what do you got going on in your life in order for you to want to see these two be at odds with each other, for these two to go head to head? You know what I'm saying? You're probably a miserable, lonely fuck who lives in a metal box in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere. I mean, I'm just saying. But I'm with the group that wants to see these two reconcile their differences. And I believe in time it could happen. But the key word in what I just said there is time. It's going to take time, man. It's going to take some time.
I'm going to be in Nashville by the time you see this. I'm going to finish some shit up.
Now, this is why I was hesitant in kind of like beating the point of him pulling up to Church's place. So he said when this video drops, he's going to be in Nashville because he's working on some things. Hopefully, he takes the opportunity. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. I guess time will tell. But hopefully he takes the time to try to make an effort, you know what I mean, and show up to Church's place. And hopefully he and Church have a sit down. They have a conversation. And they hash out their differences, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a conversation, a fight, whatever the case. Either way, do what you got to do. Get it out of your system. And hopefully, after whatever, after, them meeting, they can go back to being friends again, man. Because I would like to hear another Hooligans album. I don't know about y'all, but, man, we long overdue for another Hooligans album. I'm just saying, man. Excuse me. But more importantly than all that, I mean, I just don't want to see these two at odds. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, one just doesn't work without the other, in my opinion. But that's just me.
I'm always willing to talk. If you were in this room right now, I'd give you a fucking hug. I'd tackle you. I'd give you a fucking hug, dog.
I know some people are gonna find that weird, but I mean that's just Adam. You know what I mean? I mean, still a man at the end of the day, and that's what men do. You know what I mean? Hey, sometimes we hug it out. Sometimes we tackle each other. You know what I'm saying? We rough each other up a bit. It is what it is.
Motherfucker, if I knew, if we had to fight in the gravel, if I knew that would make everything better, I would do that. Dust each other off and laugh about it later in life.
And I know some people are gonna think that that's a weird statement for him to make, but look, men. Let me tell you something about us men. We have different ways of how we deal with things. Yeah, for some of us, it's a matter of just having a conversation. Sometimes for some of us men, it takes a fight. It takes a little brawl, a little rumble. You know what I'm saying? To get our anger out and to settle our differences. Fighting isn't always the answer. Not saying it is. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that's just what it takes. You know what I mean? To get all the anger, all the frustrations, you know what I'm saying, out of your system. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's just how some of us men just handle our business. You know what I mean? And squash it. Sometimes that's just what it takes. Not saying always, just sometimes. Sometimes. Anyway.
I hope that this video finds you in good spirit, because I mean it with good spirit. And I don't, you know what, on this video, I don't give, people can pick it apart and say what they want. I ain't worried about my fucking career. I ain't worried about, I worry about my family and my friends and my friend. And I wanna, if I've done things wrong in my life, I like, with people and shit like that, I'd like to fix them. And I'm gonna cool.
Okay, now even though he didn't address the diss tracks that again that Church mentioned that he Adam supposedly made, I will say it was wise at least for you to not put those out. It's still a wise move to not put those out. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give Adam that much credit in regards to the diss tracks. Again, but that's again supposedly if they were made. Because again, who's to say for sure if they were made or not? You know what I mean? Who knows who was with Adam at the time when those diss tracks were made? You know what I mean? So yeah. But as far as the shit talking though that Church says he has on record, dude, you need to address that and you need to apologize for that. You need to take accountability for that. You got to be a man. Take accountability for the shit talking that he has on record, and you need to apologize. You know what I'm saying? Some people might be hurt, some people might be pissed off, but people would respect you more if you're upfront, honest, say, yeah, I did that. You know what I mean? And I was a dumbass. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's just words, my guy. It's not that hard. You know what I mean? Just make sure that when you say those words, say it from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Put some feeling into them. I'm just saying. Anyway.
In my life, my daughter changed. I helped change my life, and I think of.
So I like how he acknowledges the fact that he's a father of a daughter, and that his daughter has influenced his life.
And I'm in a cool part of my life. My daughter changed. I helped change my life, and I think of things a lot differently. And
like I said, I'll give him that much credit, man, because again, he's not being reactive. He's trying to be more proactive, which I understand. So to that extent, I will say I do appreciate him making somewhat of an effort. I mean, it does sound like he is trying, but he still has a lot of work to do. He still needs to work on being more proactive and again being more what's the proper word, upfront, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, man, just be more honest and upfront and own up, and you gotta have that accountability, dude. That's the thing. You gotta have that accountability. You gotta work on these things.
People were like, yo, you need to respond to this comment. You need to shut the fuck up. You need to respond to this video, Ryan. Shut the fuck up. I speak when I want to speak forever. That's how that's going to be.
And to be fair, that is his right. You know what I'm saying? That goes with the whole free speech thing. He's right. Only he can decide when he's gonna, respond, when he's gonna address, the situation and between him and church. This whole situation doesn't work on our schedule, okay? It works on, their schedule. That's how that works, okay? Some of y'all have that overly sense of entitlement. Y'all need to work on that, man, because you're not entitled to how other people, live their lives. You're not entitled to how other people handle certain situations that you have no control over. All right, so y'all need to chill with that. So yes, I will give Adam. I will agree with Adam on that, because again, free speech. You know what I mean. Timing, as far as your speech is concerned, does come with that as well. So yeah, it's up to him. Some people are like, well, why do you take him 12 days or whatever? Maybe the man was, thinking about things, and maybe he was trying to figure out, his best verbiage to use. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Again, Adam is trying to be more proactive than reactive like he used to be. You know what I mean? Give the man some credit. Like I said, he made an effort. Was it a solid effort? I'll give my overall thoughts at the end of the video. Let's wrap this up. And yeah, anyway.
And I was getting my son ready for a fight. Then I got to take into consideration what my friend is saying and think about it. Instead of acting out in anger like I've been doing my whole fucking life, I actually sat and thought about the shit.
See? That's another thing I have to give him credit for. The fact that he can acknowledge that up until this point in his life, he always acted out of anger. Again, he was more reactive than he was proactive. Now, because of where he is now in life, you know what I mean, with his family and everything, he's trying to be more proactive. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to be the a.k.a. of old that's always acting out of anger and just wants to, beat the shit out of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Like, no, he's trying to be a more responsible and a more mature adult in handling these situations. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, he's a father, so he's got to set the example for his children. You know what I'm saying? For his son, for his daughter. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be that figure. You know what I'm saying? That his kids look up to. You know what I'm saying? So anyway.
And this is what I think. It feels good to get it out. I love y'all.
All right, y'all. So that was a.k.a. with the video that was titled My Friend. So, okay. I have mixed feelings about the video. And here's why. So he made an effort. He tried to address the whole situation and everything. The thing that bothers me about it, though, is that he didn't get into the specifics. He didn't address the shit talking that church says he has on record. He didn't address the diss tracks that church was told about. You know what I'm saying? That were never released. So, I don't know. I feel like the video was a missed opportunity to a degree. You know what I mean? Part of me wants to believe, and I think a part of me does believe, that Adam, you know what I mean, is trying to better himself. But part of me is still hesitant. You know what I'm saying? Like, part of me is just like, I don't know, man. This kind of feels like it's damage control. You know what I'm saying? It's still a bit reactive to the situation. My advice to a.k.a, whether he decides to take it or not, I mean, it's again, it's his life at the end of the day. He can do whatever he wants. He's his own man. I'm just putting this out there, as a suggestion, a.k.a. So you know what I mean. It's up to you at the end of the day what you do with it. I would just leave the situation alone. You know what I'm saying? Give Ryan his space. Let him, kind of do his thing for a minute. Because, again, we all know he's got a tour that he's gearing up for to promote the new Blue Jeans 2 album. And, again, and he's about to be a father, too. So, give him some time. Let him do his thing. Let him, do his tour. Let him prepare to, for when his kid comes and everything. Because who knows? You know what I'm saying? Once Church is done with the tour and his daughter arrives and everything, like I said, ask anyone who's a father, dude. I mean, they'll all tell you that when you have a kid, you know what I mean. It changes you because you tend to look at things differently. And who knows? Church may have a whole new perspective on life once his kid arrives. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on how his perspective changes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I say just give it time. You know what I mean? The situation is still fresh, and yeah, I'm sure maybe in time. Who knows? At least I hope that they reconcile their differences, and you know what I'm saying, because from my point of view, it sounds like it's just a war of words. You know what I mean? There's a lot of he said, she said type of things going on. You know what I'm saying? But again, Church has some things recorded. He has some things on record. You know what I mean? And so maybe part of the reason why Adam didn't address those things directly is because, like he said, he would rather handle these things, behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's a phone call or going to see him. You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, Adam did say that when this video drops, he will be in Nashville. So who knows? They could be having the conversation. You know what I'm saying? They could have already had the conversation. It's just that, I'm not going to say one way or the other where I think things will go. Like I said, time will tell where things will go. Again, I just hope and pray that, again, they can come together and squash this whole thing. And that's pretty much where I'll leave it at, because I'm talking in loops now. But yeah, man, I hope they work things out. I hope everything works out. You know what I'm saying, and that they become cool again. I don't want to see them fighting with each other. I don't want to see them be at odds. You know what I'm saying? But you still gotta hold a.k.a. accountable, whether you're an a.k.a. fan or not. You know what I'm saying? You can't act like this man can't do no wrong, because as a.k.a. has said, man, he's a flawed human being too. You know what I'm saying? He makes mistakes. You know what I mean? Church, I'm sure, has made some mistakes as well. You know what I'm saying? We're all flawed human beings at the end of the day. Yeah, nobody's perfect. We all say stupid things. We all done stupid things. I know I've done my fair share of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I've had opportunities to fix the dumb things that I've done. Sometimes I didn't. You know what I mean? But I don't dwell on those things. I just do my best to learn from those things and move on. And that's probably the best thing a.k.a. can do right now. Is just learn from the mistakes he's made, move on. But as far as trying to, make things right with Church, give it time. Give it time. Give him a little time. Give him a little space and everything, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, anyway, I know I said I was gonna cut it off, and so I'm gonna go ahead and cut off right here, right there, right then and there. Anyway, that's pretty much my overall thoughts, guys. Feel free to sound off in the comment section below. Please be respectful too about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, this ain't the time or the place to be kicking anybody while they're down. You know what I mean? It's a messed up situation. You know what I'm saying? Between two guys who are brothers, who are friends, and all right. So yeah. All right, y'all. It's your boy Jason JV. Y'all know the deal. If you're feeling the vibes here, y'all know the deal. like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. Especially if you're new, that would be very much appreciated. And yeah, it's your boy Jason JV. So y'all take care. Have a blessed one. I catch y'all next one. Peace.
Jason JV on YouTube.
What's up with you, Jason JV?
What up, Jason? JV.
Just sending love, peace, and blessings to you.
Jason, you are my homeboy, my guy. Don't call me guy, pal. Don't call me buddy, pal.
Much love to you, JV. Chris Calico. Cali, baby. Oh.
What's up, JV? My name is Jimmy Bathos. One half of the dimension you with on the street. We'll say what's up to you. Keep your motherfucking head up. I don't know why you sad. If you sad, you sad. If you happy, don't get too happy. Don't be expecting shit. It's like you curves all the time, so you ready to be on the swerve. So subscribe, tap the little bell, turn on the notifications, and if you're not down with that, we got 3 words for you. Eat it, yeah!